Hi, welcome to the garden today. My name's Gary. I'm Texas, Zone 9A up near Beaumont. And today we're going to be planting onions both in containers and out in the main garden. Now, these are the onions that I have grown in a tray. I started them about 6 to 8 weeks ago. I've trimmed them back twice. That's why you can see them here. And now that either need to be trimmed back now or planted, probably I could wait. Just going to see how they do now, and then I'm going to try to plant maybe a couple of these over here. I'm also getting some more onions through the mail from Haas Tools, where I also bought the seeds for these, but they look like nicer than mine, so I thought, oh, I'll just see how that works. But anyway, can you see the pot? Here's the pot we're going to be doing in. This is a 10-gallon fabric pot. I put it some good potting soil. You do want to have a fairly retentive potting soil. I don't like to put compost in a regular pot, plastic pot, because it holds too much water. But actually, in a this type of situation with the fabric pot, it's probably a good idea. So sometimes you hear me saying, "Don't put compost," or "Don't do this, don't do that." When you go to these, they got such good drainage. Sometimes it's a little bit too good. But anyway, I do have something to poke these things out with. Make it easier. You just come up from the bottom, push them up, and they come out like that. Got some roots on them. Kind of plant the same level they are now. That's really all you have to do. Now, if you got one like this one here, that's got 2 of them in it, okay? You never want to plant one that's got 2 of them in it, because, okay, bee, don't try stinging me. Because they'll grow side by side, it'll create a weak spot. And normally I say never mess with the roots, but onions can handle being messed with a little bit, so just tease them apart real easy, and they'll come apart. See, you train almost all the roots, and you come in here and plant them again. You want to plant them at least 3 inches apart, because you're gonna get pretty good size, hopefully. So, and I'll do another one. Go ahead and plant this up and fill it out. And I'm going to plant all these on the outside. And the reason you prune them back here is just to make them try to bulb up. These things get a little bit thicker. The bulb itself will get a little bit thicker. Once I plant them out here, I'll never trim them back again or prune them back again. Like I say, these trays, they come out really easy. Keep the roots together. Put one out here. We'll put one right in the center. Now, this peat moss and stuff does not have any nutrients in it, because it's just, I don't think I got any peat moss in it. It's just pine bark mulch and a little bit of perlite. So we're going to add the fertilizer to it. Now, compost is not very good fertilizer as far as the quantity of it. So I use Miracle-Gro. A lot of people don't like that. But if you're going to be planting in containers, it's almost necessary. If you're planting in a raised bed, you can get by without using your synthetics. Really easy. But in a container, these things get hot and cold. They don't maintain the moisture levels very good. Bacteria hate that. These don't get a very good growth. Might put 2 of them there. These about 2.5 is plenty. I've got a trash can full of water. I try to keep this full of water for when I need the water, so I end up running back and forth, because the spigot for the deal is on the other side of the well house. I didn't build this house, so I'm not sure why they did that. And then this water ain't good. You always want to water in stuff after you planted it, because you have air holes and stuff, and they'll dry out on you, kill the roots. And like I say, this way is cheaper than buying through the mail anyway. The good thing about this though is those roots you saw, those roots will survive. because they never dried out. But once those roots dry out, they're not any good anymore. So as you have to rot off, you have to start up from that bulb again. So that's just something to remember. If you're buying them from the store, you get that bundle in the store, and you plant those, you want to get them just as soon as they get them in. You don't want to wait 2 or 3 weeks later then get them, because all those roots are going to be dead, the plant's going to go dormant, and it's going to take them 2 or 3 weeks to come out of that. By then it's almost too late to, you're going to get really small onions. So try to get them as soon as you can. On this one, we're going to be planting one of the broccolis. I'm going to try 2 broccolis per deal. I know I've said later you probably shouldn't apply to, but I'm running out of room. So we'll go with 2 instead. Well, wait a minute. Let's see what's in this one. There it is. And we got 2 of them. So when you got 2 of them like that, we also have an have lettuce. So we're going to take this one out, because I don't want to mess with the roots too much. I'm just going to plant one of them, because I do see that onion in there. I said onion again. The onion's on the brain. That lettuce in there. So we're just going to plant same level, maybe just a little bit deeper. Now you notice I didn't plant it in the center, and you may be wondering why. Just because I didn't plant it in the center. It really don't matter. And that's that. So now we'll go out and plant a few of those out in the rows, kind of show you how I'm doing that. My problem is I ordered from Haas Tools. They shipped the stuff out, I think yesterday. I'm gonna be gone a couple days next week. I'm going, okay. And it's supposed to rain next week, later part of next week. So I'm going, I might need to get some stuff out. Not real good plan on my part. But anyway, that's the way gardening goes sometimes. You get to order and you want to order the plants. And, so that's where I'm at. But anyway, we're gonna move up to show how I'm doing it up in the raised bed. In the garden. Okay, to kind of tell you what I've done here, I did take, back here. I took this, went through there, dug a trench, then I took some fertilizer, a cup of this, and a cup of this. One of them was potassium, the other one was nitrogen, and spread it down through there. And then I took the rake and raked it in, or watered it, so that way that fertilizer is in the soil, it's ready for the plants. You don't want to put nitrogen on very early, because nitrogen, it's kind of like the wayward child. It's trying to leave you. It's either going to go up in the air if you leave it on top of the ground. If you water it in too much, it may go into the ground and get past the root zone, or if you get a big rain, it may go in solution and run off. So it's always trying to leave you. Potassium, it will eventually leave you, but not as bad. And phosphorus, you need to put phosphorus in the ground, till it in, because that phosphorus does not move. And you put it on top of the ground, it's going to stay on top of the ground for up to 2 years before it gets back into the root zone. So now if you till it up, of course, it's going to get in the root zone. But anyway, I'm going to take this, I'm just going to go down here to kind of get me a little ridge started. I don't know if this is going to work. I hope it does. I'll look smarter if it does. If it don't, I don't look like I know what I'm doing. So you also see I don't do it very far. Huh. Yeah, we'll see. Here's going to need a bit wider. You can also poke a hole every time. That gets to be a pain. Now, as far as planting them, you want to plant them about every 6 inches apart if you can. The reason for that, if they grow 3 inches on each side, that's 1.5 inches. If you have a 4-inch bulb, that's 2 inches on each side, so that means 4 inches. You got 2 inches in the middle so they can grow. If you plant them really close, some people will plant them 3 inches apart and then go back in when they get about this big and pull them up for the onions. And we'll just pull it up, make a hole deep enough to get it in, and plant it in here. And then we're going to take this and move it over. I did the same thing here because we're going to end up using all this up. Probably have to have another row for the other ones. This will probably take care of this row, And then I got supposedly 150 more plants coming, so it'll take 2 more rows on it. These are about 40-foot rows. And this stuff does take a while. And sometimes you lose it, that's okay. You see how close I measure this stuff. Don't want to plant too deep or you'll kill it. You do want to have nice plowed ground. If it's hard ground, it just does not work as well. Because it's trying to grow out, and if it's really compacted, it can't push out. Now some people will take the onions, this has got 2 in it, so I'm gonna have to get them apart. And some people will take the onions forgot what I was gonna say. They'll pull the dirt away from them, and that would actually, I know a little Salty Homesteader did one. Her stuff was showing the first year that it did make a difference. They grew better. Now, if you continue to prune them, you'll get smaller onions, because the bigger these tops get, and that's why you want to put plenty of fertilizer down. The bigger these tops get, the bigger your onion's going to be. It's a direct, because you got more energy to create the bulbs. They won't start bulbing up until later in the spring. And like I said, these should be bigger. And who knows, I might stop planting these a little bit. But I'm going to plant them. Maybe I'm going to plant half the row, trim them up, see what to do later. And that way I can see it both ways. But I at least plant them another 10 feet or so, and I might just let them grow up a little bit bigger. The other thing I wanted to show you while I was out here, first thing, you always want to put tags on your, wherever you're pushing that out, or you'll lose it and you can't find it anymore. Done that more than once. This here, okay, this here is going to be the cauliflower for these 3, or these up here. And then this here is a broccoli. And the reason I planted them 18 inches apart, roughly, you see how big they are. They're doing good, they're growing good. I did add a little more fertilizer to it. My danger is, right now they can handle a freeze. They can handle down, 25 degrees even. But once they start making that head, and that head freezes, it'll kill the plant and kill the head. So that happened to me last year. I'm hoping they'll do better this year, that they'll grow up and I'll get the fruit off of it. It wiped me out. We make, if anything was that big, we wouldn't cut them, because we got a really cold snap when you was gonna wipe them out. But anyway, they're looking good. And over here, we got the Magnolia Snap Pea, and they're looking nice. Probably could use a little bit of water. I got the stuff a little too far away, but some of them are making it up it, and I'll move on with that. And then turn that way. This here is the cauliflower. So we actually probably got more cauliflower than broccoli, though we got more broccoli growing in containers. But anyway, that's the gardening tour for today. I am going to try to do one on how to start planting vegetables and stuff and fruit and containers. Meant to do that today, but we kind of got a cold, so it's like it'll probably be next weekend. But I will kind of take a basic step of start to finish how to grow this stuff. I've been doing it for a while. I worked for USDA for 40 years, certified nutrient management specialist. I gardened when I was a little kid. I would have my own little garden. My parents were planting garden. I'd have my own little 2 by 2 foot garden, and I would put sunflowers and things of that nature in it and grow it. I do like to grow some odd and weird things. I've also bought some seeds, so I'll do a seed haul also. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.